Okay, so we're just going to go through some of the mount stuff that we've been focusing on in our previous cycle of mount. Most of what we'll do in this video will be about mount maintenance, so controlling from the mount and dealing with different resistance which would force you to lose position. Then we'll have a separate video for attacks. In this, what we'll do as well is kind of show a little bit more live speed going through it at first, just so you can see, I guess, a bit more live what I'm trying to do, and then I'll take a step back and go through step by step on each of the different techniques that I'm showing. Okay, so get Rachel down in mount. I'm in top position. Okay, so first thing that I'm usually having to deal with is any kind of trapping and rolling. So she traps my arm in any fashion where I can't base out. She starts trapping my leg and she's bridging. Okay, I'm grapevining, controlling here, that kills it. Maybe she starts getting inside elbow position now. She's starting to go knee and elbow, so I'm using the head control to win back inside space. Now there's no inside elbow positioning. Okay, so that's gone. If she starts getting the elbow inside position and I can't beat that quick enough, she elevates and controls my leg. Now here, I'm winning the underhook, okay? Sitting out and coming back to mount, now with an underhook. Coming back into south. Okay, so we sort of saw three things there. Live, let's slow it down now. First one, okay, trapping and rolling. What we don't want to do is as the person connects and traps our arm, traps our leg, what we don't want to do at this point is bite on with our thighs and really squeeze and attach ourselves. Because in that attachment, as she bridges and rolls to a side, that shifts my center of gravity off her. Okay, so what I want to do is as I feel her trapping, I know that she's going to try and bridge this side. Okay, so the first thing I'm doing is detaching with my thighs so that I can shift my weight a little bit across on the opposite side that opposes where the bridge is going to. And I'm using a grapevine on, in this case, my left side, but on the far side, we'll change angle soon so you can see it. Okay, so as she goes to bridge across, I'm shifting my weight and I'm kicking this leg back to hook onto the leg, detaching it from the floor. They're probably not just gonna kick it out flat here, but here, by disconnecting this foot from the floor, her bridge no longer has any strength on the floor. Okay, now we don't stay attached here. The second the bridge has been killed, we immediately retract the knee and bring it back with our goal of gaining inside space again under the armpit. Keeping in mind that for mount maintenance, a lot of the bottom person's most reliable escapes are going to lead off the fact that they've gained inside elbow position. So reducing their opportunities for this inside elbow position is going to give us a lot of control from mount. Okay, so grapevining, let's do this side. So Rachel's going to trap on the left, bridging this way. I shift my hips over and connect my grapevine there, disconnecting the foot from the floor. Now there's no strength in the bridge. As she retracts back, I'm trying to scoop my knee back up under the armpits, hiding my foot, keeping inside position, okay? If she starts winning inside elbow position, just go on this side, okay? So her elbow's getting in. Before she's able to exploit my foreleg, okay? So we kind of hit this early, before there's any real major risk of my leg being taken out of position. I would simply just start using control of the head. So a good crossface here, because you know the shoulder girdle is connected to the arm and the arm's in position. If I can simply get good crossface pressure and walk the head away, you can see that at a point, when I take the head offline, that elbow disconnects, and then I can bring my knee back to the inside position, okay? So again, if she starts getting inside elbow position and I catch this early, I'd be scooping the head and walking it aside until I can bring my knee back into position. You can also, as she's there, use the shoulder to lift the elbow out of position. So I can start scooping in under here and lifting up to bring a bit of inside space back, and as soon as I get a wedge back in, I can start going more under the elbow to bring it under, okay? But let's assume it goes a step further. Not only has she got inside elbow position, but she actually has started to expose my foreleg and trapping it between the thigh. If I take too long and delay here, she's one step away from actually pushing this leg out of position. Now I'm technically in half guard, okay? And it's sort of, from here there might be a scramble. Maybe I can pin from half guard and progress back to mount. But if she's able to free her other leg, okay, then I'm back to guard, or her full guard or closed guard, and I'm not in the same dominant position that I was previously, okay? So what we're looking for here is as she gets inside elbow position and starts to expose my foreleg, Okay, at this point, there's a critical window that we're looking for, where for her to knee elbow, there's a point where that elbow has to separate from the side. So as she starts extending, trying to open up my leg to the next phase, there's a window here where my hand can slot into the underhook position, okay? As soon as I get my hand to the floor here, I bring myself right up. I come up on all fours here, so that my knee goes higher than a hip on the far side. Okay, so I'm here. At this point, I turn my knee to the far hip and I cut it across to slide across. But here, now I have an underhook. I use that underhook with a cross face to get in nice and tight. Now I'm bringing my knee across and I progress straight back to mount as quick as I can, except now I'm in mount with a nice underhook above the head. Whereas before, yes, we were in mount, but not only did we not have an underhook, but our partner is working for that inside elbow position. Okay, I'll just move a little bit and show this from the other side so you see a different angle. Okay, she gets inside elbow position on this far side. You can't see what's going on here, but as she extends, I pummel into that underhook position. I come up onto all fours, I knee cut across, slide through, stepping back to mount, and now I start elevating this underhook to be in a dominant position. Yeah. Okay, so here we've seen how to deal with different problems that we have to face. One being trap and roll. She grabs for an arm, goes. I'm grapevining, okay? Next, she starts getting inside elbow position. I can simply take that out of line and start moving to get back to inside position. Next, she actually gets that inside position, exposes my leg as she extends. I'm pummeling this in, cutting, and then shooting straight back to my mount position from there.